you realize this person might never change? Can
Hi.
you love them anyway? Can you build
Guess
something
what?
better together?
I'm
Most
back.
people quit here because it's hard.
Welcome to
It's not excitement
Hollywoodland.
anymore, it's work. Stage 4 is real commitment, not convenience, not conditions. You're building something that lasts. Stage 5 is oneness. You
Let's
understand
see if
each
anyone
other,
comes
you
in
understand
this time of
yourselves.
night. I'm
But
not
you
really
don't get
sure
there by chasing feelings. You get there by
if
choosing
anyone's
each
going to
other
come
through
in here
everything.
tonight. It's going to
There
be a
are 5
surprise to me.
stages of relationships, and here's the interesting part. Most people
One
never make
person.
it past.
Just because you miss
I rarely come on this late at night.
them doesn't mean you should go back to them. It's okay to feel the weight of their absence. To remember
How are you guys doing?
wish things could have been different.
No need for a premium subscription.
When you're an emotionally intelligent person, you can't really hate someone.
So what is that you're listening to, Miss Ashley Lee?
YouTube.
YouTube. Are you watching YouTube again?
This is YouTube.
Really? You don't say. What are you watching? Yeah, stop taking everything so personally.
Most people see an adult, but you realize that you're just looking at a wounded child that never really healed.
Oh my God. What are you listening to? Now be careful about what you hear on the internet. There's a lot of strange people on the internet. Hi, everyone. Well, I'm so happy that I got rid of my TikTok channel. Always changing their rules around all the time. Yeah, got tired of that. I did that for a while. I've been gone for, it's almost going on 2 months now. No more TikTok. YouTube is very different. I discovered what's that called? Live streaming on channels on YouTube in somewhere around January or February, somewhere around there of 2020, when I lived in Los Angeles, California. Tierra Aprillian Saya. Hello there, how are you doing? Welcome into Hollywoodland22. Yeah, I discovered it. I didn't even know what it was. I found it interesting. Used to watch this guy, what was his name? Black Bigelow. He still has a pretty interesting channel. And a few other people. A few other people that used to live on RVs and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Some of those people that are on the IP2 network. Some strange people that would make puppets and mock other live streamers. I thought that was kind of interesting. How are you doing? I answer a lot of questions. If you would like me to answer questions, just go ahead and shoot. Ask me a question. The only questions I will not answer are the ones that I feel will get me bananaed off of YouTube. But all the other questions I will answer. AKU. Let's see. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to show all messages. We're going to see what kind of strange people are going to come in tonight. There's a lot of strange people on YouTube after midnight. It is currently, what time? It is 20 minutes until 12. It's 11:40 Eastern Standard Time in the United States of America. So where's everybody from? Crystal Wilcoxon. You look like Robin Thicke. I was told I look like somebody named Alan Thicke. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Robin Thicke is. I've been told most of my life, well, since my 30s, I've been told I look like Kurt Russell. I resemble him. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Alan Thicke is the father. I look like his father. Oh, really? Is he a politician, a person that you see on television? Is he an actor? Just out of curiosity, I don't really know. Well, thank you for coming in, Crystal Wilcoxon. Wilcoxon. I used to live on Wilcox Avenue in Hollywood, California. Long time ago. Back in the early 90s. No, you look like Alan's son, Robin Thicke. He is a singer. Really? I'm going to look that up. He's a singer? Professional singer, huh? I'm going to look that up. Thank you. How are you doing tonight, Crystal? Oh, we have 4 people here. That's wonderful. Could you do me a favor? Could you hit the like button and subscribe? It's free and it's easy peasy. Thank you. You're doing lovely. I like that. That's good. Are you an American or are you from another country? Just wondering. Oh, you're an American? Okay. Yeah, I've been all over the United States. Moved around a lot as a child. Didn't really have a choice in that. Lived in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. Then I think I was about 20. How old was I? I can't remember. I think I was around 22. And I moved to Los Angeles, California. I've lived in San Diego too for about 11 months. And I've lived in Seattle, Washington for, let's see, about 3.5 years. Back in the late 90s. Seattle was fun back then. It was a blast. Tierra, hi. No, but most of my adult life, I lived in Southern California, mostly in the city of Los Angeles. I left a couple years ago. I moved back east. Yeah, I came back east. Not to the Northeast, where I'm from, but North Carolina, which is getting more and more crowded. A lot of people are moving here from New York City, Washington, D.C., and the San Francisco Bay Area. There's a lot of tech. There's a lot of tech companies here. We've got Amazon here. We got Honeywell here. What else do we have in the Charlotte area? We have a lot of healthcare providers here. A lot of people are deciding to retire in the Charlotte area of North Carolina. Also, they're retiring in Wilmington if they have a little bit more money. And there are people that have moved to Florida from New York are moving back out of Florida, and they're coming back up here to the suburbs of Charlotte. Not necessarily inside of Charlotte, but around the suburban areas. Either around Charlotte, or they're moving to across state lines over to some of the suburbs of Charlotte actually go into South Carolina, places like Fort Mill and Rock Hill, South Carolina, and another place called Indian Land, South Carolina. A lot of people are retiring to this area too, here, all around Charlotte. We're really in the Piedmont area. We're in a elevation that is right before you go west into the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, and we have summers that are not as humid here, and we have long periods of the year where it feels like spring or fall. In fact, our winter is very short here. We have a very mild winter down here in the Charlotte area. And going southeast towards Wilmington, it's an even more mild winter in Wilmington. But the good thing about here is that a large part of the year here, the climate here is very similar to far northern California. Like not up in the mountains, but kind of like Santa Rosa, like northwestern California, or Ukiah, California. Places like that. Or Weaverville, California. These are small towns a lot of people never heard of. But it's a very similar climate to that. I like it. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you very much. Wow, 12 minutes and 59 seconds. Time sure does fly when you're live streaming on YouTube. Yes, I do have a Kick and a Twitch channel that I do not use. That's a backup plan. I just got, the reason I left TikTok is because I just got disappointed with them changing their policy and this back and forth of whether or not they're going to be in the United States or not in the United States. It just kept going back and forth, and I don't want to deal with it anymore. And TikTok to me just feels like I'm watching a television set with advertisements. It's just like watching people try. I get people need to sell things. I mean, people are struggling right now in the United States. Well, by our standards, we think we're struggling. People struggled a lot more 100 years ago, you know. But and I think a lot of retail is going to these platforms. A lot of people are selling things on these platforms. I don't think it's going to get to be that big of a thing. I got a theory that big box stores are going to come back to a certain degree. A lot of people like to touch and feel what they're going to buy. Their clothing, they want to try it on. They want to look at a car. They want to drive it around, see if they like it. People are going to get tired of, I think, it's just my theory, that Americans in general are going to get tired of feeling like they have to buy all these different things off of from a company that just advertises them on a smartphone and ships it to them. I mean, Amazon serves its purpose. I understand. It's a good company. For me, the consumer, they employ a lot of people, but some things you want to go into a store, you know. Right now, a lot of the department stores that are left are either it's either Target or Walmart. That's the working poor and the middle income, and a nice chunk of the upper middle income, and then you have all these other high end stores for the wealthy, you know. I like to see something like J.C. Penney and Sears and Montgomery Ward, like that level store, stay around. I think Dillard's is still around. I'm not sure. We used to have a lot of when I was a young person. We used to have a lot of family-owned department stores in the northeastern part of the United States. Places like Pomeroy's and Gimbel's and Bamberger's and John Wanamaker and what else? Maybe some of you Americans remember those. Ames, at Montgomery Ward. New York City and Philadelphia and New Jersey, that area had a lot of different kinds of department stores that were just in that area. And what was it called? Barney's? That was like a big giant men's clothing department store. I think that's what it was. I'm not from New York. I've been up there more than a few times, so that was a long time ago. That was back in the 80s and 90s and 70s, like when I was a kid. At C11L4940, can he see us? No. Tierra, shredded sheeps. No, I'm not famous. I'm not infamous, and I'm not famous. Not to my knowledge. I have personally met some famous people, but I don't name drop any famous people. I just don't do that. Just for their privacy. Well, thank you, everyone, for coming in. Thank you. Do you have any questions for me? I love to answer questions. It's fun. Because you look like someone who played in a movie. Really, let's take a closer look at me in the light. Because I'm not sure who I look like other than myself. Oh, you're new here? Sorry. Oh, you're new? Well, welcome into Hollywoodland22. C1L4940. Oh, no. You look like Morrissey? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure who that is. I am Simal, by the way. Okay. Not sure what that means. Metro 615 said hi. at BB12298 said hello. Hello, how are you doing? Tierra. Oh, your name is Simal. Food. I want food. What kind of food would you like? Would you like a cheddar cheeseburger with Dijon mustard? Medium rare. On a toasted Kaiser roll? Would you like that? Chili's? Is that place still around? I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything. I didn't know that Chili's restaurant was still around. Maybe in the Midwest or something? In the Midwest or the South? Maybe someplace like Indiana or Ohio. Do they still have Chili's around? There's so many of those restaurants that like they began like in the 70s, and then they were around in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. Those are like Chili's and Red Lobster and Olive Garden and all the Sizzler and all these places. Some of these places are shutting down a lot of their locations, and some places are gone. Some of these places that are, these kind of inexpensive sit-down restaurants or chain restaurants are gone now. Popeyes. That was a funny commercial they had. Well, anybody can subscribe if you'd like. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Trying to get as many subscribers as I possibly can. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I just like to talk to people, meet different people from all over the United States and the Commonwealth and the rest of the world. Tiara, how are you doing? David Lynch, that's another person. I don't know who David Lynch is, but I'm going to look that up too. And Robin Thicke. Troll no more. You look like you guest host Unsolved Mysteries because it's my voice. I sound like a radio announcer. I've been told that my whole life. I was a salesman, but I speak like that. I do have a cousin of mine who was on the radio when he was younger. Yeah. Unsolved Mysteries. That guy. It is, and you look like you're in black and white. And purple too. This jacket is what? Ashley, how old is this jacket? I think this jacket is about 4 years old now. I still love it. Yeah, it's a Levi Strauss jean jacket. Troll no more. Well, I know you should make podcasts. I've been told that. Yeah, I should make podcasts. I might come off to the untrained individual as being a conservative person, but I'm really a political centrist. I'm kind of in the middle of the road. I mean, I did grow up in the Philadelphia area. You know what I mean? That's not exactly known as being a conservative area, but you know, I'm not super far to the left or super far to the right. I'm pragmatic. I like to ask questions. I do. I like to answer questions here, but at some point I might ask some questions. I'm going to write down on a spiral piece of paper. I'll on a notebook. I'll think of some funny or interesting questions to ask my chat, and get to that at some point. Tiara is sending us secret messages. APA. I don't know what that means. Tiara, Aprillian, SYAH. Is that an Israeli flag and an American flag? Do I support the state of Israel and its existence? Yes, I do. I definitely do. Some of it, yeah. I like a lot of music. I like a lot of music. I wish I could play music on YouTube. I wish there was a way I could play. I wonder, see, I don't know much about YouTube as far as what kind of music I can play on here. I wonder if there's some type of approved music I could play on YouTube. I'm not sure. I'd have to Google it. I'd have to ask YouTube. I may not be able to play any music here. No, I do not, because rugs are bad. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to take care of that. Yeah. Goodbye, Tiara. Goodbye. Goodbye, Tiara. Get the fuck off my stream. SEPA, SEPEHRGHORBANI 9194. Don't worry about Tiara. Oh, I'm not worried. I don't worry about much anymore. I stay in the now. I lived around a lot of Persian Americans in the San Fernando Valley section of Los Angeles. Many of my physicians were Persians that lived in Los Angeles when I was there. Many of the doctors that I saw. It's an interesting question. A lot of Persians that came over here in the and their sons and daughters that came over that are physicians that came over here in the 1970s and the 80s. Ended up in West Los Angeles and Tarzana, California. Many of them were my doctors and next door neighbors. I don't really think about that every day. My God, Jesus was a Jewish man. The Jews are God's chosen people. I have a lot of Jewish friends. I mean, I grew up in a neighborhood I went to a high school that was probably at least 50% Jewish. A public school. See, 1L4940. Oh, he says I am a Jewish American. Okay. Are you in one of the boroughs or somewhere else? Just out of curiosity. There's a lot going on now. I'm not very happy about some of the things I've been seeing on reading in the newspapers. I'll read the New York Post. I don't read a lot of newspapers anymore. It's I feel like I'm reading something that's just a bunch of propaganda now. I mean, I don't have the time to read in between the lines, or I read it and I know it's wrong. I know it's false. I ask I ask AI, artificial intelligence, questions, and I get back answers that are false. It's unbelievable. I don't know. I had access to my father's encyclopedias that he read back in 1954 when he was a child, and he gave them to me. When I was a child, I read the World Book Encyclopedia, the 1954 version of it. So I just a bunch of things I know, and because of my age. And then I'm reading the newspapers. I just can't believe the unbelievable amount of propaganda and lies that are in newspapers. I don't want to read it anymore. I'm a good writer. I could write a book. I'm not going to forget what happened October the 7th. Was that last year? What happened, I think it was last year. Yeah, it was horrific what happened on October the 7th. Absolutely horrific. It was monstrous what happened. It's the glasses. Well, I'm just glad that there's going to be some semblance of order in most parts of the United States so that students at universities can go and learn, and nobody has to feel afraid going to school anymore in the United States, in most places. Things are changing. It takes a long time for a ship to turn around in the ocean, you know? It takes time. Yeah, that happened, and that was horrible. And all we can do is try our level best to keep bad things from happening. And you know how you do that? Peace through strength. Strength. Peace through strength. I agree with that. Peace through strength. Applied science. Wow, look at that. We have 8 likes, 3 people watching. 3. 1, 2, 3. That's amazing. Well, you know what? I just wanted to let everybody know that my favorite beverage is Powerade Zero. It's a little bit faded, the labeling. Powerade Zero. You know, when I drink Powerade Zero, it's cool, it's refreshing, and it makes me feel like a real winner. A winner, I says. A winner. I'm a driver. I'm a winner. Are you? Only you can answer that question. As a matter of fact, only you can prevent forest fires. I'm actually with my wife, says Serpan Gorbon I9194. So it makes at least 4. It's bad for your kidneys. Oh, Powerade Zero? Oh, really? It's just water with a little bit of flavoring. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps I should drink distilled water. Just boil my water and drink it. You know what it is about Americans? I want to let everyone know. You know, there's a lot of rebellious genes in us, especially us people that came from England, well, Great Britain, Ireland, France, Germany, Northern Europe and stuff like that, even Italy. We didn't like being told what to do by monarchs and things like that, so we left. We just left. We risked our lives. My forebears risked their lives to come across the ocean. Would you come across the ocean on one of those old-ass sailboats that they used to have in the 1600s and the 1700s? I mean, come on. You know, a lot of those things went down. Rogue waves, whirlpools, sea monsters, pirates. A lot of people got here and landed in North America and they couldn't figure it out, dying of all kinds of diseases that they couldn't fight off. But they sure were rebellious people that came over here to the New World. You know, a lot of the Native Americans, they did not die off. They're all mixed in with us Irishmen and Scotch Irish up in the Appalachian Mountains. Not all the Cherokee Indians walked on the Trail of Tears to the nations in eastern Oklahoma. A lot of those Cherokee Indians are all mixed up with Scotch Irish and stuff and living up in the mountains, Appalachian Mountains, in the hollers. You'd be surprised. They even got casinos around here. Sometimes Americans are a little bit too rebellious in certain times. Or it's misplaced rebellion. You know, they got educated by a bunch of professors to tell them a bunch of bullshit, then they're rebelling. And then when they get older, they feel bad about it. But they'll never say anything. Hungarian genes? Actually, I do not have Hungarian genes, but I do enjoy Hungarian goulash and chicken paprika. You're going to have an itchy kitty tonight, man. Rebel or civilized, don't drink orange water. I'm just going to get, you know what? Perhaps you're right. Perhaps I should just drink tap water and use a filter. I'm about to become, I'm almost semi-vegetarian. The only protein that I eat, flesh protein that I eat, is fish. I do not eat pork. I do not eat beef. I do not eat chicken anymore. I used to. But nowadays it's just like salmon. I'll even eat tilapia. I don't eat certain kinds of fish. Like I don't eat shellfish. It's a dirty animal, shellfish. I like cannolis. That's a fun Italian treat. I like Greek pastries. I like matzo crackers with strawberry jam. And I do like matzo ball soup. It's pretty good. What do you guys think? You know what's really good is grilled salmon. It's really good for you. I do not drink alcohol anymore. I used to like drinking red wine. I do not drink. I stopped drinking alcohol 18 and a half years ago. Let's see, August the 8th, 2007 was my first full day without any alcohol at all. I used to drink too much. I cut that out. About 4.5 years ago, I stopped smoking cigarettes and smoking electric cigarettes. I found out from a pulmonologist that vaping is even worse, in their professional opinion, as a pulmonologist, than smoking cigarettes. It can cause your aorta to dissect. And I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want to become extremely addicted to nicotine by vaping or any of that stuff. Thank you guys for coming in. This has been a good stream. Every once in a while, we have some jokers to come in here that like to be not fun trolls. You know, you have funny trolls, you have fun trolls, and on YouTube, you have some really disgusting and sickening trolls, and you have some disingenuous people that will pop up on your screen every once in a while. I can't tell. Sometimes it takes me a while to figure them out, but they eventually go away. Or I make them go away. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. I had a blast. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe. I wonder how long it's going to take me to grow this hair out. Used to be really long and red. Yes, it did. You guys have a good evening. Remember, Hollywoodland22 on here and YouTube, daily, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is New York City time. Daily. Yeah. And sometimes late at night like this. You guys stay safe. Take care of yourself. Thanks for coming in.